Do you have any advice or kind of anecdotes from your experience as an entrepreneur so young?
I think
The following is a conversation with Pavan Kumar. He founded PocketCounselor, a startup aimed at helping high school students. Get ready for a mind-bending episode.
Hello. So today I would like to welcome Pavan Kumar. You are the founder of Pocket Counselor, which is actually I don't want to go into that yet. We'll talk about that. I earlier had a conversation and you talked extensively about your LinkedIn experience and how that's helped you grow, and how you've not just grown in your network, but also like in your career and stuff like that. Yeah, and I'm really interested to see where this goes in terms of entrepreneurship, your projects, stuff that's helped you. And
yeah,
yeah, I'm just overall excited to get started.
yeah. Great to have this opportunity to be on this podcast. Hopefully, it can help change a lot of people's lives or just influence something in their lives. Yeah, as she said, Pavan, I'm an incoming freshman at UC San Diego, studying computer engineering. I'm the founder of Pocket Counselor, a platform for high school students to find the opportunities they need to succeed. So if there's an audience that is high school centric, then my platform is really helpful for you because it basically helps you find opportunities like internships, volunteering, and all different kinds of opportunities that will help you grow your profile to stand out in your college application process or even in the future with recruitment.
I think I'd like to start with the beginning of your kind of founder journey. Like, where did this
Okay,
start? Where did you get this idea? Was this even your first idea? Yeah.
sure. Okay, so this was personally a passion project of mine. I started in April of 2024. It's been a long time since the project has been developing, something that I built just personally for class and a passion project of mine that honestly has helped a lot. Honestly, did help a lot with my college application process and personally being able to uh, find a new part of myself that I didn't know existed. I think I initially did not know I was an entrepreneur or just didn't know I wanted to go into the entrepreneurial space. But having been part of the startup and leading it as a CMO and co-founder, I honestly have learned a lot from just being able to talk to people. And I think one such platform that is often underused in high school, but it is growing, is LinkedIn. And I'll go more into that, obviously, but yeah, that it kind of started off as a project in April of 2024. We built the project, and then we were like, "Oh, this is a such a amazing platform for all types of students that they can grow with by using it." So we decided to build a business out of it, and we have over like 200 signups in our look
Whoa.
in yeah, we have over 200 signups for our startup, and we're trying to grow as well. But yeah,
Whoa. Okay. So you were an entrepreneur starting in high school. So, given that, do you have any advice or kind of anecdotes from your experience, as an entrepreneur so young and starting out so
yeah,
young?
I think there is. I think everybody has an entrepreneur. If you have an idea that is standout, that is different, and you truly believe in it, you're an entrepreneur. That's the first thing I would like to say. I don't think anybody should stop themselves from being an entrepreneur, especially when you're young, because all different kinds of people have ideas, and the only difference between a person who is normal and an entrepreneur is the entrepreneur acts on it. And I think that is really useful, especially as a young founder. The amount of people that have come up to me and approached me and be like, "Oh my God, you're an 18-year-old founder? That's amazing." It's hard to be an 18-year-old founder, especially in the edtech space. First of all, I'll give you a bit of context. Edtech is a space that was heavily invested in the 2000s, but because it didn't lead to results that were useful in over the span of like the next 10 years in like so 2010 2020, it didn't lead to the results that was expected. Venture capital, which is the like place that provides you with funds, doesn't invest in ed tech as much. So being able to raise funds is a really hard thing in ed tech. And another thing with my startup specifically is regulations. The regulations are a huge pain because you have to pass them in order for you to work with minors. right? If it's a high school space, so being able to even work with a school, I have to get paid over like 60K just for regulations. This is something that you don't learn even in like top level business classes unless you actually get into being a startup founder. So regardless of what your idea is, the best thing I can suggest is just start. Just do something that is meaningful. And if you want to build a business, it will flourish and just take it as far as possible. Like for right now, for me, we've been stuck at regulations for a long time. It's been almost 2 months. Like obviously patience and everything. You need a lot of patience, but yeah, I think there's a lot of things to learn when it comes to startups. But I also want to just for the sake of time, I think I want to pivot to also talking about LinkedIn. In the startup space, it's usually especially okay. So if you guys, if the people listening are high schoolers, don't neglect on LinkedIn. Just because you probably don't have the most spectacular resume or spectacular extracurriculars doesn't mean you can't be on LinkedIn and try to be able to get to that level. And
Mhm.
for me personally, that has honestly helped me reach a better stage than I was before. So I initially started off on LinkedIn as I just wanted to post about my experience at Cisco as a high school intern because not many
Oh,
people
okay.
get to be a Cisco intern
Yeah.
at high school as a high schooler, right? And I wanted to share that with people. But after the internship ended, I found that LinkedIn is not just you giving out to the world, but you get something back as well. I've had so many meaningful connections just from building on LinkedIn that I wouldn't have ever had if I didn't. For example, I am part of another startup called Click, which is growing as of right now, and it has huge ambitions. I can't talk about it right now because I have an NDA with them, but
Crazy.
it's I got paid to post on LinkedIn. I got paid over
Oh,
$100 just
interesting.
because my post did well, and it is something that I never thought was possible before the fact, right?
Mhm.
And I think people in high school restrict yourself from not being able to reach a higher level just because you think you're not capable enough. But everybody in high school that I know of, or even if you don't have stellar extracurriculars, even if you are not doing anything, there's a place for you on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I mean, when I first met you, I think you were on some kind of 30-day like streak of
Yep.
LinkedIn or something.
Yep.
Can you tell us like what was your process in starting in LinkedIn and what's your tips for people who are first starting out?
Yeah, sure. I think one of the main things is format. I would say this is more of the technical thing, but something that I'll go into more of that in the soon. But one thing is consistency.
Hmm.
Regardless of how your post performs, impressions, likes, comments, whatever, regardless of that, having the ability to be consistent is the most important thing.
Hmm.
And actual like tips wise, I would say there's a thing called LinkedIn sandwich format. So it's
Oh,
like you write on the first line and then leave a space between and then you write on the third line. That
interesting.
makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
It helps take up more space and it just helps altogether with people looking at your post. And the best thing you can do is put a picture on there. Truly on LinkedIn, a picture is worth 1,000 words. I can't
Interesting.
stress enough. Um, it is really important to have a picture. It can be anything, like you just posing in front of your computer, you
Yeah.
posing or just running. It can be anything, but you have to have a picture.
Hmm.
Don't I would suggest not posting on LinkedIn if you don't have a picture to
Okay.
back up what you're talking about. Um, yeah, uh,
Yeah. I mean,
that's kind of yeah. Go ahead.
yeah. So for, I guess you were talking about how even if you have no experience or no spectacular extracurriculars, you should still post on LinkedIn. So for those who feel like, I don't have anything to post about. I'm not doing any, like I'm not interning at Cisco
Right,
when I'm in high school.
right.
Like, yeah, what are some kinds of things that they should be thinking about posting on LinkedIn?
Got it. Okay. So one of my friends actually, she started on LinkedIn almost 2 weeks ago. She blew up really fast.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And she blew up to like almost at she's at my follower level at this point, and
Well,
she blew up because she just posted saying, I don't know how to post on LinkedIn.
that's insane. You're gonna have to send me this
Yeah.
post.
Yeah, I'll send that post over to you, but
Yeah, I'll put that
it's
up in the
like
screenshot on here.
yeah. But it's insane to see think that somebody who just didn't have a platform before now has a really great platform is growing. Uh, so I think it is important to know that people want genuine in it. Oh my God, what is the word? Genuine stuff in
Yeah.
general, more than flashy stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So, for example, if you're in high school and you're like struggling with your college apps,
Hmm.
right? If you're a junior in high school or if you're a senior in high school, first semester, struggling in high school to get your college app done, put, take a picture of you working on your college app, stressed, and post that. The amount of high schoolers you will attract by just doing that is more than you think.
Hmm.
Yeah. And another thing is, let's say you are somebody who's building, right? I think if you're building something, that is the best thing you can do. A
Hmm.
post about. Like you can just be like, I'm building this, or if you're building your art skills, for example, you're building your filming skills, for example, just showing the process, even if you don't get the impressions, likes, comments for it, is valuable for
Of
someone
course. Yeah.
other than you. So yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I think that's fascinating because it goes against, this traditional advice of LinkedIn is this professional thing of, all
Yep,
of like the perfect and everything. And it also goes against the, like you said, not being flashy because you can tell when someone's trying to be impressive or flashy on LinkedIn.
yep,
Yeah, so now I wanted to pivot more into personal anecdotes because I know that you have a lot of interesting ones
yeah,
from
yep,
your experiences that you got through LinkedIn or otherwise. So yeah,
yep.
I'm curious, firstly, about your experience going to
Mhm.
Cluely's office. Yeah, tell me about
Yeah.
that.
Something I did, like Ria mentioned, was go to Cluely office. If you don't know what Cluely is, search it up. It's the biggest like marketing
Yeah.
stunt in the entire
If
world.
you don't know, then what
Um,
are you doing?
yeah,
Yeah.
like honestly, it is the biggest marketing stunt, and I was able to go into their headquarters by literally knocking on their door.
Hmm.
Like I'm not
Wow.
kidding. I like most people don't know their address, so they don't end up going there. Um, but if you are in like the San Francisco area, you some might actually know the address and go. And nobody goes there because like, oh, it's a big company, they won't entertain you. That was our mentality. We didn't expect anything from it, but we took that risk. I think risk taking is something that should be more normalized. Like take a risk that you don't know whether or not it's going to pay off. And
Hmm.
for us, for me, it was like 11:30 at night. It was really late. We were like, oh, it's we know the Cooley office address, and I was like, oh, what's the worst that can happen? They will say no. What's the best that can happen? We get a picture. But what actually happened was we got a picture, entire tour, exclusive merch, and actually an exclusive interview.
That is
So
insane.
a lot of things happened that we did not expect. So I think one thing you can take out of it is just take a risk that's insane and see how it pays off.
Hmm.
It's also something that Cooley is doing. They put a billboard in New York. I don't know if you guys have seen that. they spent $500,000
Oh,
for a
I saw that.
billboard, and it blew up. Everybody knows about it now.
Yeah.
And they this is actually Daniel Min, the CMO of Cluely's strategy. Swing big, swing fast.
Hmm.
So do something risky really fast, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I
Yeah.
think that can be true about a lot of things actually. But when you're in high school, you want to do something, you want to spend something on some nonprofit,
Hmm.
right? You want to build a nonprofit or something like that. I would say if you want it to succeed, swing big, do a lot on that nonprofit really fast and get people to notice. That's because if you take it a slow path, a slow like one by one, let me first get a reputation. Let me first build 100 people and then do outreach. If you do that, you will never. Uh, I mean, yes, for startups it works. You need to start small and then grow. But when it comes to something, an organization of some kind, or just any risk that you don't think is worth taking, I would suggest go big or go home. Like the
Yeah.
thing right? So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
of course. I think it's interesting what you said about risk taking in particular, because I think a lot of things are like that in life. Like you said, it could either be, we get nothing out of it, or you could get something great,
Yeah.
like cold outreach, or
Yeah.
like there's probably a million other things where you
Yeah.
can literally, like, nothing can go wrong if you try. So, yeah, just getting over that fear of failure, or even
Hmm.
if there is an option of failure of someone saying no. But yeah,
Yeah. And another thing is, I don't think, okay, I'm 18 too, so I haven't lived a lot of life yet. So
yeah.
take this with, I guess I've graduated high school, so that's one thing that you can take, but
Hmm.
I don't think there is a concept of true failure. You never really fail. If you get the opportunity to wake up the next day and start fresh, then you're still succeeding. You're living.
Yeah.
That is the best success you can have. And I think even for me, some days it's just like, oh my God, I'm failing at this thing. I can't get forward, but I have the opportunity to sleep and get up tomorrow morning. That's the biggest success you can have.
That's
Um,
true.
I think like every new day, just like on LinkedIn, every new day is a new post, is a new opportunity to get yourself out there. And just like that, every uh new day for you is a chance to succeed over the last day. So
Yeah, of course. I mean, no one on this planet is guaranteed to wake up tomorrow morning. So,
yeah.
yeah, it's definitely something. Just out of respect for time, obviously, do you have any last thoughts that you want to leave with the audience, or I guess any last advice or stories
Yeah,
from your life?
yeah, sure. If you want more like advice on how to grow on LinkedIn or just want to like follow what I'm doing, you can follow me on LinkedIn. It's Pavan Kumar, that's my name. You can follow me on LinkedIn, but
Yeah, I'll add a
uh
screenshot here.
yeah, and you can honestly reach out. I respond to DMs a lot and I have
Yeah.
a lot of coffee chats.
Yeah,
Like I'm not kidding.
it's
If you want
insane.
help, yeah. I
Yeah.
I was in a coffee chat just before this.
Yeah. I was like, why do you just have back-to-back calls? That's insane.
Yeah, I started at like 6:30 today and I've been in calls
Oh my
until from
gosh.
6:30 to now. So I'm on a lot of calls because I love to help, but also
Mhm.
like to learn. So if you
Yeah.
want, I more than happy to help anyone out. And if you're building a startup in high school, kudos to you. Big,
Yeah.
big thing. And don't be discouraged. That's all.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'm happy to do this again or have anything. If you guys have anything else, then I'm happy to answer too. So,
Yeah.